Now the important result is tangents drawn at n points of focal chord, they intersect at directrix. So this is a focal chord, and tangents drawn at extremities of a focal chord, they intersect at directrix. So we have this focal chord, and suppose this point is AT1 square twice AT1, and this is AT2 square twice AT2, and we know that since it is a focal chord, then T1 into T2 is -1. Now if we draw tangents at these 2 points, say A and B, then we know that point of intersection of tangents drawn at A and B, it will be AT1 T2 and then A T1 plus T2. Now since A and B, they are endpoints of focal chord, so that means T1 into T2 is -1. So if we'll put T1 T2 as -1, we'll get this result as -A, and this is A, and it is T1 plus T2. So its x coordinate is -A, which is independent of T1 and T2. So it simply means if tangents are drawn at n points of a focal chord, then they'll always intersect at directrix. And another result in this is these two tangents, they'll always be perpendicular. How do we do that? So we know that slope of any tangent drawn at point A, it is 1 upon T1, and slope of tangent drawn at B is 1 upon T2. So we'll find M1 into M2, then M1 into M2 is 1 upon T1 into T2, and which is -1. That simply means if we draw tangents from n points of a focal chord of a parabola, then they'll intersect at directrix and they'll always be perpendicular. So this is very important result which we'll use again and again. Now this result is equally important other way around. Suppose we have any point which is P, and from this point pair of tangents are drawn to this parabola, then we can prove that this chord of a parabola, it will be a focal chord. So say from this point P, we draw two tangents to this parabola which intersect this parabola at T1 and T2. So we have this point P which lies on -A, comma, some value of y, say y1, and it touches this parabola at 2 points, maybe M, which is AT1 square twice AT1, and N, which is AT2 square twice AT2. Now we know that for these 2 points, their point of intersection is AT1 T2 and then AT1 plus T2. So we'll compare, we'll get T1 into T2 equals -1. So it simply means if pair of tangents are drawn from any point on directrix, then the chord of contact will always be a focal chord. And then again, in the same way, we can prove that we'll find M1 1 upon T1, M2 is 1 upon T2. So M1 into M2 will be -1. So I'll revise again. So the fundamental is if tangents are drawn at the end points of focal chord, then these tangents, they'll be perpendicular and they'll intersect at directrix of a parabola. Now this result, it is also related to something called as director circle. So you must have studied in circles that a director circle is locus of a point from which a pair of perpendicular tangents can be drawn. So we need to find locus of any point P from which pair of perpendicular tangents can be drawn to this parabola, which is y square equals 4ax. Now we know that equation of tangent to parabola is y equals mx plus a by m. Now these tangents, they pass through alpha comma beta, so we can write this as alpha m square minus beta m and then plus a equals to 0. So if we write product of slope, we write m1 into m2 as a upon alpha, and since we are talking about perpendicular tangents, so that means m1 into m2 is -1. So we'll get this locus as alpha equals -a. So it is x equal to -a. So in case of parabola, The equation of directrix circle is x equal to minus a, which actually is directrix of parabola. So in case of parabola, this term directrix circle is actually a misnomer. It is not a circle. It is a line which is directrix of parabola. So all these three results, they mean the same thing. So any tangents drawn from a point from directrix, they'll be perpendicular and they'll form focal chord, or tangents drawn at endpoints of focal chord, they'll be perpendicular and they'll always intersect at directrix of parabola. Now here the question is, the equation of tangent to a parabola y square equals 8x is y equals x plus 2. The point on this line from which other tangent to parabola is perpendicular to the given tangent is. So we are given this parabola which is y square equals to 8x, and then we are also given this tangent which is y equals x plus 2. Now the point on this line from which other tangent to parabola is perpendicular to the given tangent. We know that point of intersection of perpendicular tangent is directrix. So this point, it should lie on directrix of this parabola. And we know that for this parabola, value of a is 2. So directrix is x equal to minus a, minus 2. So this point is x is minus 2. And when x is minus 2, y is 0. So this point is minus 2, 0. So answer to this question is B. Now the question is, if two tangents drawn from a point to the parabola y square equals 4x are at right angles, then locus of P is. So we clearly know this is the definition of directrix circle, and directrix circle in case of parabola is nothing but directrix. So locus of P is simply directrix of this parabola, and directrix of this parabola is x equal to minus a, which is x equals minus 1, and that's your option number B. Now the question is, number of points on the curve y equals mod of 1 minus e to the power x minus 2, from which two perpendicular tangents can be drawn to parabola x square equals minus 4y. Now this is parabola of the fourth form. So we clearly know that if from a point perpendicular tangents can be drawn, then that point, it must lie on directrix of parabola. Now for this fourth form, equation of directrix is y equals a, and a in this case is 1. So it'll simply be y equals 1. Now we need to find number of points on this curve which lies on this directrix. So what I'll do is I'll put y as 1. So we'll put y as 1, we'll get mod of 1 minus e to the power x minus 2, and it is 1. So write mod of 1 minus e to the power x minus 2, it is plus or minus 1. So 1 minus e to the power x, and it is either 1 or 1 minus e to the power x, it is 3. So then we can write 1 minus e to the power x is either plus minus 1, or 1 minus e to the power x is plus or minus 3. So we can write e to the power x as, so we'll put plus 1, then e to the power x will be 0. If we'll take minus 1, then e to the power x will be 2. If we'll take plus 3, then e to the power x will be minus 2. And if we'll take minus 3, then e to the power x will be 4. Now e to the power x, it cannot be 0 because it is 0 at minus infinite, and it cannot be negative. So the two values are at x equals log 2 and x equals 2 log 2. So number of points on this curve is simply 2, and that's your option number A. Another way of solving the same question could be using graphs. So we'll start with our basic graph, which is y equals e to the power x. So that's your y equals e to the power x. Now we'll draw the graph of minus e to the power x So that is the graph of y equals minus e to the power x. Now we'll draw the graph of y minus 1 equals minus e to the power x. So I'll shift this entire graph plus 1 units along y-axis. So now it'll be this graph. Now we'll take mod sign. So we'll find mod of 1 minus e to the power x. So we'll take mod, then it is reflection of down on up, and then erase the point from third and fourth quadrant. So we'll get this graph as now we'll draw the graph of y plus 2 equals 1 minus e to the power x. So we'll shift this graph minus 2 unit down. So we'll get this graph as and then we'll take the mod of this function, which is y mod of 1 minus e to the power x minus 2, and then mod of this function. So we'll take the reflection of this graph. We can draw this graph as now we need to find number of point of intersection between this graph, and y equals to 1 line. So we'll draw y equals to 1 line. These two graphs, they intersect at these 2 points. So number of solutions in this case will simply be 2. So answer to this question is 2, which is option number A.